Hi there. So we're talking on a forum about how to help refugees doing distance work, and I was trying to explain a technique that I like to use, and people want me to explain it more in depth, but I'm not sure how to do that in a post, so I looked up, saw the background was still up from yesterday, and figured, hey, I'll just show you. So this is what you're going to do. First off, before you do this, I only teach this in my upper level classes. And the reason is there are a few things that you need to have down pat before you can do this. That includes having multiple perspectives, being in touch with your deeper or higher or whatever you want to call it self, having as few attachments in your personality, being your physical, emotional, and mental layers as possible, having as few thought forms there, preventing you from doing things like this. You need to have a good strong grounding. You need to be very grounded to do this because otherwise it'll tear your system up. It's helpful to have, the clearer your central channel is, the better you're going to be able to do this. The clearer your masculine and feminine channel that crosses over the central channel is, whatever you want to call it, the better you'll be able to do this. The healthier and more open your crown is, the better you'll be able to do this. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'm trying to think exactly how I do it. If you're in a situation where there's a lot of suffering around you, what you're essentially going to do is take hold of that energy, filter it through yourself, and transmute it, and send it upward, send it into the network. And what you're doing is you're breaking down the energy back into a more pure state so it doesn't have so much pain and suffering in it. In the meantime, you are expanding outward from your body and you're holding the vibration of peace and health and whatever it is the situation needs. So you need to stay grounded. You need to be able to access the network. And you also need to be able to control your energy body here. So there's a couple components, a couple things you're doing at once. It's kind of like cooking when you've got lots of stuff on the stove. Let me just show you. There's no one here, so I'm not feeling any particular suffering, but let me pull the energy through me for the room. Easy enough. So what you're doing is you're pulling the energy in. For me, I have a tendency to take that in through the belly, and then I will move it up through the various fires, through the fire, especially in my solar plexus, the holy heart flame, up through the fire in the third eye, and by that time it's usually pretty transmuted, and then clarify that. One thing you really need to make sure you're doing afterwards, you'll find that if people have sickness or physical injury or anything like that, you are able to pick up, I guess you could call it shadows of that. You might get pains. You might get sickness or symptoms of sicknesses. I haven't seen someone actually come down with a full-blown illness from doing this yet, but I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. So you need to, when you're finished, when you step out of the flow, because you can stand in that for as long as you need. There was nobody here. I've already cleansed the house once today, so it was no time at all. But you can, once you have that flow going, you can simply stay in that for as long as you need to. And the energy will continue to flow. When you start feeling dizzy, stop. When you start feeling sick, stop. If you start getting sharp pains, stop. Because you've gotten to the end of what your physical body energy can handle at that time. The more you practice your spiritual techniques, the better at this you'll get, because the more clear you'll be. Simply put. The more you clear out thought forms, the more you clear out baggage, the more you clear out your energy body. And the more you work with those channels, you can make them wider and purer and actually even run faster. So, yeah, do your stuff every day. Now, if you're going to do this over a distance, what you actually need to do, instead of connecting to the energy in the room and connecting to the energy of the other people, what you're going to do is you're going to connect to the network, the grid work that is around the globe. And you can, using your intention, connect to any particular place for that or any particular group of people. Or if you want, people who do this regularly, I actually have a few friends and I who do this at least once a week, and we do it together and then we talk about it together to support each other. You can actually just suck up whatever is in the grid and in the network. Anything in the cords and the connections flying around the planet at any given time. So, let me just demonstrate that for a minute. I don't know if this helps you or not, but those of you who see energy, it might. So just a brief demonstration there. I could actually sit there for a while and keep going. The other thing that's different there is rather than sending your auric body, your energy, whatever you want to call it, outward, to project that peace and that calming and that healing, you're going to send it. It's kind of like a loop. You end up connecting to wherever it is you're connecting to, and it comes through a loop into you. And then you're transmuting and you're looping back there. So you kind of have like one channel going up and you have one channel going this way. Well, I was connecting in that direction, whatever direction you're connected to. Always check your energy body when you're done. Also, make sure you stay grounded. And in the event that you end up blowing out a lot of energy, you also might want to do your soul recall, however it is that you do that. If you'd like to get to know how to do this stuff and you don't know how already, or some of these things seem like, oh, I can do part of that but not all of it, tap me on the shoulder. I teach this stuff. I'll let you know when I'm in your area or if I can help you from wherever you're at. All right, hope that was helpful. Love you all very much. Bye.